So, last session, they dealt with the, didn't deal with per se, but they caught up to Wilhelmina Ellis in her basement full of necromantic horrors and fought a giant abomination of a undead monstrosity made from the remains of one of Mountain Blood's old uh, chiefs from his clan. Upon slaying the beast again, putting it to its final rest, they noticed that Wilhelmina had escaped into the caverns beneath her makeshift battle arena under her house to unknown locations. Knowing that that cave was vast and totally unexplored, they figured there was no way they were going to catch her at this point. So, with that, they headed off to bed and drifted off to sleep for the night. Victor, during the night, you have an interesting dream. You wake up in that, what looks like that same realm you encountered the god of chaos in when he told you about his sword and all that. But this time, give me a perception check here quick as you wake up.
Oh boy. This is gonna be an interesting chat. See, perception, right?
Yep.
That's persuasion. That's perception. That's a 19.
You notice this one seems like it's an incomplete one compared to it. There's not as many steps that lead everywhere. There's stuff that's like, you see stuff that seems to be forming off in the distance from you, like steps being put in place, like coming together and like some kind of weird gravity making them. This area just seems like incomplete or new. And in the distance you hear what sounds like a child sobbing.
Victor will go investigate the noise.
So you do notice that there is a couple of paths you can take, like a left and a right path that's going, one that kind of goes down as best you could tell, and the one that goes kind of to the left of where you are. A path leading up and a path leading down.
Okay, so
It does
where's
sound like it's
Victor?
coming from the downward path.
Victor will be very cautious, and he will take the downward path. Like he's taking it very slowly. He's assuming that this is one of the god of chaos's little tricks.
As you walk down that downward path, your body seems to like gravity distorts in a way. You don't fall, but it feels like you're like walking on like a weird thing where you're what would have been down is now forward to you as you walk forward.
Hmm.
And a few other paths you turn on here kind of like changes the gravity you're looking at, but after a few feet you do see like a small childlike person just kind of sitting on the ledge, kind of like his where he's like, what's the best way to describe it? Like he's got his face in his knees, his hands wrapped around his legs. You notice that the kid is bald.
That's interesting. Victor will slowly walk up to the child and just kind of say, "Hey, what's
As you get closer to him, you do hear like you hear the crying a little bit more. Like
I was to say, is it like
like a
like the
sad crying.
okay? So I was gonna ask, like, is it like the witches crying from Left 4 Dead, or is it just more like small child crying?
Small child like sad crying. You hear him kind of like perk up. Yeah, did someone finally here? As you look over to him, you notice he has no face. Like you can see like divots where his eyes would be. His nose kind of protrudes out, but there's no nostrils and there's like no mouth over him, but you can hear him talking.
Can Victor make a not sleight of hand? Was it deception to kind of hide the fact that that's will visibly take him aback.
Go ahead.
Deception. That's an 8. Great.
So you kind of, when you see his face, you kind of that like ooh thing, and you jerk back a little bit. You don't make any sound, but he goes, "Oh, why does no one? I finally meet someone, and then they do that."
Oh, 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 no, no, sorry, no, no, just no, none of that. Just not expecting that.
Oh, and he looked at you. Oh wait, I recognize you. You're the person that wields me in battle.
A puzzled look on his face, like, we'll do. And then he's just gonna connect the dots. Are you this? Are you the Chaos Blade I've been wielding? I'm just, it's just so flat. Like, I've been calling him Mayhem this whole time. Are you Mayhem?
Mayhem? Is that my name? My creator never gave me one. He just called me his pinky toe. He was weird. I didn't like him. I was trying to
Yeah. It's like,
have
yeah,
you
we've met.
get power so I could form my world, and I asked you to finish something off, and you said you kind of ignored me. Did I do something wrong there?
No, okay, George, my memory has been the player's memory has been a while. When was the last time does Victor recall him the sword saying that?
Basically, it was when there was like a downed enemy. Like you dropped it to 0 HP, but he wanted you to like keep striking it.
Was that back during with Arcturus when I was being attacked, or was that after that?
I can't remember where that actually happened, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was
So
a couple
I'm
months ago, I think.
yeah, it's like Victor's actually just is trying to recall when that was.
I'll say you would remember where it was. We just, for the sake of purpose, will forget about it.
Victor's just gonna kind of take a knee and get like a face to face question mark to the child, and just say as calmly and as compassionately as you must, like, okay, kid, I'm gonna swear with you. I don't know if I could at the time. I don't know if I could fully trust, given your creator, your maker. I wholeheartedly assume he was just using you as a conduit to mess with me.
Well, he gave me sentience to help raise, make me more powerful, and I know the
Well,
blood from or life essence of creatures helps that. My not.
yeah, that's the thing. As as de- as daredevilish devil. I'm leaning too far into that. I've went too far in that quote. As much as I act like I don't care, I don't tend to kill just for the sake of it. I don't tend to go all in. I like not. We shouldn't kill somebody and drain them just because they're there.
Oh, so
There's a time to take life, and there's times there aren't.
you're not like my sister Shade and my brother Dragon's Bane.
No,
They're so much stronger than me. I want to grow in strength like them, and just my other sibling. No one knows where they are right now.
and that's the thing. I get wanting to be stronger. That's natural. But
But you,
Victor kind of hangs his head a little bit low, like. But that doesn't mean you have to take the same route they did. I'm not. I know I'm not really much one to talk. I kind of, as you've kind of seen, I do. Oh, I do half the things I do as I please. Half the time it just seems crazy enough to work. But and he just kind of lifts his head up and like looks like eye to eye. And he'll And he'll
Hmm.
just say, "But that doesn't mean every life is worth taking just because it's there." We'll get there.
He kind of giggles. You won't like Shade.
Shade Shade looks like a dagger, doesn't she?
Yes, I believe that's what her form is.
Yeah, I given her wielder, no. Pretty sure we will not get along.
Dragon's Bane, him and his wielder, they're kind of gruff and they're not bad, but I'd per se they don't like certain creatures.
Dragons?
Yeah, yeah, those things.
Yeah, that was fairly obvious by the name.
Mm.
But
But
that's the
you
thing,
call
and
you
Victor will just kind of turn around and like sit right next to the child. May, can I call you May? Just for
that
short.
short for mayhem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. As you're saying
Yes.
that, you notice his like the skin on his face seems to get like tighter, and like the eyes get more pronounced, and the nose and the mouth gets more pronounced on it. Still doesn't break through, but it's like he's forming more shape. Give me another perception check as well.
Yep. 19. That's a good roll. Good roll.
Yeah, you notice that the world itself, some of the chaos of it just seems to focus in more. Some of the areas seem to start more like pebbles and stuff start seem to be gathering to making more areas in it.
Hmm. I
So you
see.
you did help me get stronger though, as he kind of holds out his hands as two forms start seeing to like energy start crackling forth from it. You see in his right hand like a form of ice that seems to pour out from it. While on the other hand, you see like a oozing green liquid that seems to like bubble and hiss as it puts out of his hand and hits the ground. You've helped me bring this stuff into me. I feel I can use it in a fight. What did you
Hmm.
prefer?
Um, so it's oozing green stuff and ice,
It's that
correct?
sizzling when it hits the ground.
Let's see. I think I want to make an Arcana check to
If you
determine
want
if
to make an
that's.
Arcana check to see what that means, go ahead.
Yeah, I do. I think I know what it means. 11.
You think it means ice and acid, to the other
Yeah,
hand?
that's would have been my guess. Hmm. And hitting one, it's like Peter will put a hand on his chin, like so. Absorbing different creatures give you different abilities. So if
Yes,
you
I
were to
believe
hit
so.
a, so if I was to fight in a fire elemental, you'd be able to have fire as well.
Hmm, maybe.
Hmm. Interesting. For now, I say he points at the acid. Let's go with the acid.
Hmm.
I don't. I kind of like to. Like, here's the thing. Can you change at will?
Yes, I could, but you have to do it. You'd have to come into my realm and talk to me to change it.
Ah. All right. Let's try.
You just need to. Next time you go to sleep, if my creator doesn't have better ideas or feel isn't on a whim to talk to you or something, we can communicate about that. Got to
Oh,
concentrate on me real hard.
I think I match that. But one thing I want to keep in mind though, this is real important. It's like if you're gonna take after me, take after, or at least follow my lead. Just remember, you're your own being as well. Like you're your own thing. You don't have to be what your creator tells you to be. You don't have to be necessarily. You can it's like he's really trying to say you're basically a person, but and you have your own desires as well, needs and desires. Same time as point out, but person's kind of a hard word. Ah, fuck it, forget. Yeah, you're a person. Yeah, if there's ba- God, I hate when I'm juggling my own words. Basically, if you don't, if there's anything that bothers you, anything that feels like, uh, that's fine, let me know. But when I say, hey, you need to stop, you you need to listen to me, and he just kind of puts his hand on the back of May's head and just kind of shakes it like you would like a little brother. Besides, hey, it's got people like us, freaks. We gotta look out for each other. Sorry for uh, sorry for freaking. Sorry, speaking of which, sorry for freaking out earlier. I'm sure. I'm sure of time you'll like just kind of looking over the realm and again putting the pieces together. Maybe the more you pick up from me and from my teammates, I don't know. Maybe we'll have good impression. Yeah. Give you some conviction. Give you some to hold on to. It's worth fighting for.
Okay, that sounds good. I think I'm gonna get along with you better. I won't ask you to kill anything that doesn't deserve it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just saying, like a little bloodless happens. Or we all kind of fall for it every now and then. Just kind of gotta keep a level head.
Well, if
Besides,
something's attacking me, I sure as hell fight back against it.
yeah, that's something you got. Sometimes exactly, you gotta fight like there's no tomorrow. Sometimes there isn't. And hey, given what we're going up against, we're gonna have a lot of things to fight. Speaking of which, you can't fight. You can't suck on. You can't suck in undead, can you? Only living creatures, right?
Yeah, I can't. They don't work right.
Yeah, that's yeah. Not a feeling. Thought I remember something about that. That's right.
I
Like I
guess because
said,
they don't have souls is the thing.
yeah. Well, again, I don't know much about the undead. They're probably just being pumped along. I take it.
Hmm. Maybe there's certain undead I might be able to do it too, but that's pushing it. Powerful
Yeah.
ones.
Well, never know until we try. But at first, like, most of the time, I'm kind of worried about. I've been kind of worried about you because I'm worried about who's gonna be in charge. But you know what? I like this arrangement. We're not so much as it's like he kind of looks at it. He kind of looks at it, and just says, you know, I think it's gonna be a good partnership.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I know there's this one undead guy my creator always mentions named Vecna that he hates because he always wants to have just everything a certain way, and he says that's no fun.
Ooh, Vecna's in here. Sorry, just I know what that name is. It's like, but Victor on your end, Vecna. Who's Vecna?
Give me a religion check.
Oh, that's gonna be great because given Victor's background. Never mind. 24. At
Oh yeah,
24.
you know of this guy. He is basically the reason undead exist in the world. He is
And then,
basically the first known instance of a god known as a lich that kind of created stuff. And you're thinking about that, and it makes sense. Does Namek have something to do with this guy? Now that name comes up.
hmm, wait a minute. That does sound familiar. That's that's the Archlich. The Lich. The first one. I wonder if Dominic has been taking notes after the guy. Or sees him as a rival. Me. That's questions for later.
Yeah, that guy. My creator even hates him. So if you
Oh
say you're
yeah.
going against him, he might even help you.
Interesting. It just kind of thinks about it for a minute. Well, we're definitely fighting one of the Stooges, or acting Stooges. So, speaking of which, you don't know, your master hasn't told you anything about Namek, have you? I mean, has he? Ugh.
Yeah, what's that name? I think I heard you mention it, but doesn't ring any bells.
Yeah, Namek. He's the guy I have to have a chat with everyone about. Because I'm really, really sick of his nonsense. He's another lich. And apparently he's been making a lot of trouble. For everybody.
Oh, well, yeah. I think liches were people that I wouldn't be able to get any bonuses from, be able to steal their souls because they're not really in their bodies. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they last week to remember is like they take their souls out and put in something else. Question is, what is the something else? And two, where did they put it?
Yeah, you can keep killing them, the body over and over again, but they just don't stay dead.
Yeah, our current problem. I've noticed that. Other than that,
Well, it should be about morning now, so you. He kind of points over there. If you want to get out of here so you can go about your day, get some food. Because I know you need that. I don't. I wish I could eat,
okay.
but I'm a sword, and he kind of looks at his mouth, and
Yeah,
I don't have
I
a
don't
mouth.
no, I think we'll.
Yeah, maybe I'll get one. I know Big Bro Dragonsbane did get one from his partner. Shade doesn't. He's weird. He's really weird.
Again, given who wields her, yeah. Just kind of grumbles, curses under his breath about well, you know, his name is slipping my mind. But
Whose name?
Shades wielder. It's
Xanatha.
like right there, Xantha. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, it's been a while. Yeah, Xantha. Kind of a bitch. Just kind of bubbles that. Given how much trouble she's given, like everybody.
Maybe if I see her again, I'll call her that. That'll be fun. Bitch.
Oh god, it's like I've taught the small child curses. Congrats, I had one job.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Well, I'm a terrible. Victor's a terrible parent anyway. Anywho, yeah, I probably should. Why get up and start the day? But before I do, is there anything on Victor technically in this dream world?
No.
Ah, damn.
Basically, you're just in basic clothes. None of your possessions are on you.
Hey, it's
Except
thanks for pulling.
the
Thanks for
sword.
pulling me here.
His sword's actually on you, like a little scabbard on your hip, or however you keep it on you when you're not wielding it.
I usually keep it out of sight in the bag of holding, but it's usually yeah, it's like a basic scabbard. It's like, you know what? I think I am gonna find something to chew on. So, cause I just gotta run down and catch it.
Okay.
But make it. Like I said, you and we're gonna be going places. So yeah, I assume at that point, Victor waits up.
Okay. Skull Smasher, give me a Constitution check here. I think of a better thing that'll work for this. No, Wisdom. Wisdom. That's better for what I want to do. Okay, so yeah, that over the course of the night, you do have a couple of more vivid dreams about your old war chief or clan chieftain that you had just had to kill this night. That you didn't realize he had, you didn't know he was dead. So you're kind of racking with that over the course of the night. So You do have some restless dreams remembering him, but nothing too bad. You do get your normal full rest. But you kind of wake up in a cold sweat.
I just obviously reflect on it and just kind of like try and shake it off as I come to.
You are greeted by the smell of some freshly cooked bread from the inn you were staying in.
Hopefully it's not such a bad day after all. And then I head off to go check it out. I follow the smell.
You wake up and see the innkeeper. Looks like you're the only person awake right now. This is before Victor had woken up. You see the middle-aged looking innkeeper. Good morning to you, fine sir. I suppose the bread drew you down, as the area kind of smells of pretty good of garlic right now as well.
Wonderful. Yes, it definitely brought me down here. It's very a soothing and appetizing smell. So that is much appreciated to wake up to.
Well, Sir Felmont has paid for your lodgings for the night and your food as well, so I have some fresh bread here if you'd like that.
I'll take some.
So basically, he takes a carving knife and you just hear, this is such crispy bread, you just hear like the whole thing crunching as he's just cutting through this.
Ooh.
And you see, as he kind of cuts it open, you just see steam rising from it. Like he just took this thing out of the hearth.
So fresh.
As he kind of cuts you a little piece and hands you a little, here, we got some fresh roasted garlic butter. And I'll get you some eggs and ham if you want to go with that as well. I'll get those fried up right now.
Will do, thank you.
Yeah, basically, as you bite into the bread, it just crunches. Like it almost hurts crunches. It's so fresh and crispy. Some of the best bread you've ever had.
Heck yeah. Especially after the night of wrestling. So.
About this time, Victor walks down.
It just kind of, as he steps out, kind of takes a big yawn, cracks his back, straightens up, like, So what's on the griddle today?
Oh, you should try the bread. So good.
Yeah, could you? It's like, yeah, it just kind of stumbles like, yeah, I could use whatever.
As you're greeted by the innkeeper. Good morning, Victor. Good to see you again. As you do recognize this guy, he's been running this inn since you were a kid, so.
Yep. Say, hey, how you been? If you feel like giving him a random name, just let me know so Victor can say it.
Yeah, I didn't bother thinking this guy's name. He's just gonna be. He gave me the name Phil.
Joey Joe Jr. Jack Shabadoo.
We already have a Shabadoo.
They're cousins. They're related.
How do you know? Anyway, you're not even here. So hey Phil, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. I'm glad you're making your name for yourself as a mercenary, huh?
Well, you do what you love and the money will follow. Or at least do what you're good at. And more the latter than the former these days.
Yeah, so glad your new mercenary group's doing good. Heard through the grapevine what happened to Ribbles the other day. Unfortunate little thing.
Yeah. Not exactly our proudest moment.
Yeah, from what I heard, there was nothing you can do to stop it. By the time anyone realized something was up, it was too late. Never did care much for those two Willis people. Wilhelmina always seemed off to me. Yeah, at least the kid doing good.
Oh yeah, Vitor takes a moment. Yeah, he's in good hands.
About this time, Lyric, you have gotten up at smelling the bread as well.
Yeah. Can I just make one final note before
Sure.
we go on to Lyric? Victor has the sword with him. It's like on his back, but like sort of his back, but otherwise he's just in Traveler's clothing.
And Mountain Blood just kind of holds up like 2 gold pieces, and it's like, could I get a morning ale? I'd like put them on the table there.
He pours you one. You guys had a rough day. Yeah, I can see you need it. Last night.
Victor also put down 2 gold pieces and like say, actually no, he'll put down a third. Like make mine's a little stronger. Not and like he kind of gives an eye to Mountain Blood. Like it's not a competition. It's just I just need something hard.
Don't we both? I just kind of I'll put down just a couple more first for both of us looking for something a little stronger.
Yeah, man. It's literally like, man, last night was a shit show. Needs something.
Yeah,
Needs something.
else.
Needs something good. But yeah.
So as Lyric walks in, the innkeeper goes, "Good morning, miss. Anything I can get you for breakfast today?"
We lost him.
There, you're on.
There we go. Sorry, my mute button wasn't working.
No worries.
The inn, are all of the like rented rooms upstairs?
I'll say that's the double floor inn, yes.
Okay. As she's walking down the stairs, Lyric is just shoulders shrugged forward and down, her head hanging. She's got the 3 squiggly lines above her head as she is just the walking death at the moment.
Look over. You go,
You-
real?
Well, that's assuming if Larry's A, of age, and B, in the mood.
She sneezes.
I'm gonna say no to both. It sounds like no to both. You really should, man.
Oof, sounds like you need to get some juice in ya. I got some orange juice that'd help get some stuff in your system to help you with that.
I just looked at Victor and just point to and touch my nose like, orange juice.
Yes.
And bread's never a bad thing to go with you.
Victor's just gonna kind of lean down to Larry, like, we're gonna have a little post-mortem chat after this.
She sneezes again.
As the innkeeper hands you a glass of orange juice and some of that really crispy good bread and some butter.
Larry, come on, you need your strength. Is there any way you can make a persuasion to kind of get Lyric to eat? I should be asking that more often because
Sure.
I need to use persuasion more. Alright, I'm gonna make the roll and I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna. I know how bad I can fudge this. 11, great. Come on, Larry. I know we had a rough night, but we'll figure this out. You just eat some, get your strength up. I said, then we'll have that chat. Trust me, you're gonna want to hear it.
Coughing.
The bartender, the innkeeper looks at you. You look familiar, ma'am. You stayed here before?
Victor will pipe in like she's told us about the play. She's told us she's been here for a few times performing.
Ah.
It's been a while. No.
Swear you look by like someone that used to live here, one of the bigwigs before their house burned down, but must just be my imagination.
And Victor would just kind of give look behind there, span like X-Day on the house A, on the remembering A. Just kind of gesturing like, no, leave that be, leave that be.
As you're saying that, you hear the front doors open. Ugh, last night was goddamn murder. I shouldn't say it like that. It was. Ugh. I didn't sleep good. As your brother walks in, Victor.
Victor would just look over like, well, you look like shit.
Yes, because I've been up half the night trying to get this all straightened out with paperwork and all that.
That sounds like, yep.
Give me a perception check on him, everyone.
That's an 11.
That's 6.
3.
But by the way, for flavor's sake, I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Fair enough. Yeah, Mountain Blood, you're too distracted by that delicious bread, and now that he brought you your ham and eggs to go on there, that basically just cooked perfectly sunny side up. You just take a fork to the yolk and just oozes everywhere all over the bread. And you're just too distracted by that and just chowing onto that.
Eaten and just lost in thought from all the dreams.
I'm gonna say Victor, because you know your brother really well. I'm gonna give you advantage on this one, but also I'll go Lyric. You notice that, yeah, Mercurius looks pretty disheveled, because he's probably been up all night. Yeah, it looks like Victor. You could tell he's pretty much exhausted. He could probably pass out at a moment's notice, but he's powering through it. There's a few seconds later, Isaac walks in behind him.
Victor's gonna put 2 more gold down just for drinks. Like, he's gonna bring it over to his brother.
You get him a wine?
Yeah. I'm getting them. Well, he's getting his brother's wine. He's getting Isaac something little, some juice. I think he already gave him a flask of if I recall.
Yeah, I think you did give him a shot of your flask.
Yeah. So he's gonna get basically take the rest of the. Because I'm pretty sure it's more than enough for a glass of wine and juice.
Yeah. Your brother kind of grabs
keep
it.
the change. So he's
You
just
know,
gonna pass it over to him.
I'm not one for drinking in the morning, but he starts taking a sip out of it.
It's like, you on duty?
Right now, no.
Then he's just gonna give him. He's gonna say, "Then you drink." And he's gonna he's not gonna take no for an answer. He's going to he's gonna give the juice to Isaac.
So we did some talking with Oswald the other night, or last night. As you already know, Wilhelmina blackmailed him into sort of helping with this. He didn't have anything to do with it, from what we can tell about how the poison was put into there. He just let Wilhelmina into the house the other night, and then she did set up the trap. Even he didn't know what she was planning to do when she was there. So that's how the poison got in there. Apparently, she went into the storeroom where they keep their wine glasses and poisoned every single one of them. As we searched it and found some of the other wine glasses they hadn't used still poisoned with the same drink, or same poison.
Of course.
We did manage to get some guards over to the Bard's College and get her safely bodyguarded, if that Not sure if you knew her, Miss Lyric.
She's just,
What happened to her? Kind of looks over at you.
First off, can I make a perception check to try and figure out if Larry's poison or just moody, to put it lightly, or just in a mood, I should say.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Yeah, he's trying to. Okay, very clearly, he's just trying to point out: is she sick or is she just tired, or both? 19.
I'm assuming you're just playing this off as your actual sickness is in-game sickness, right, Wimpy?
yeah, she sort of went off running during a storm last night
Okay,
in
so
the
she,
rain.
Old.
so she actually is just, so she is in fact sick. It's been a while. I wasn't sure if like, based on events, she's just not in, it's just out of it, or actual sick, or both.
Yeah,
So
she's
glad that
sick.
cleared up. Lyric, make sure you drink up. If you're gonna catch a if you're having caught cold, you need to. If you have caught cold, you need to keep your energy up. Do it. It's like he's gonna summon his pupper to go. And he's just gonna tell Gnarl. Sorry, let me tell Gnarl. You keep an eye on her. Make sure she drinks. And just lets him go.
So Gnarl kind of walks up to her and just like points her, puts his nose right on the orange juice glass that she has, and ruff, ruff, ruff.
She just face plants into the orange juice glass. Just
Not bad for that. Anyway, so Victor will turn back to his brother. And his what was his name? What was his name? I have it written down. I swear to God, why do I keep doing this? Why am I forgetting Wilhelmina's son's name all of a sudden? Isaac, there we go. Thank you, notes. So he's gonna turn back to his brother and Isaac and just kind of rub his temples together. So, all in all, plenty of evidence, but no sight of Wilhelmina whatsoever.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know where he slunk off to. I know there's a lot of areas unexplored in that cave. He is magically inclined. Don't know what else she might have been able to sneak off and do.
She's already got too much of a head. I have a feeling who she's going to be grouping up with, or contacting. Unfortunately, we're not in a position to do anything about it. Any of us.
Who might that be?
And he's just going to lower, like he's gonna look over, make sure, he's gonna look around, make sure no one's like listening inquisitively. It's like, you remember you know who Namek is, right? Just
Who?
Okay. So, cliff notes. We have an undead problem. We have a lich. Don't know how long. And he's just going to he's been making trouble for the Empire, and he's been doing it for a while. That's who they work for, and the problem
Seems
is
to perk up with this. What the hell are you? I'm a fucking general. Why do I not know this?
it's like, keep your foot up, keep your foot down. There's not a lot of people who do. That's part of the reason why I was going to have a little meeting with my company here, and then have a chat with you later. But half the reason I didn't go back to the army is because we had, remember those reports I said about Arcturus we had during the incident, and somebody turned on us. That's who they worked for. So I don't. Like I said, I'm in the my group's in the know only because we've been dealing with the mess. Hasn't been put in direct contact with their agents. Point is, though, I'm pretty sure the Emperor doesn't want to keep going around. There's certain people compromised, like Wilhelmina. But mostly so they don't get the jump on us and pull anything. Probably because they don't want them to run. But as it stands, outside of my group, you're you're amongst the few people I actually trust with this. So, as a matter of state secrets, and for your head, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourselves.
Ourselves.
So
Who
long.
else knows besides your group?
It's like, so he he kind of gestures like it's state secrets, and he's like kind of gives a wink. One of those who would probably know if you given the fact he's a general. He's just trying to outright not say the name.
Very well. I suppose this would cause mass panic. We don't want that to get out then.
Yeah, like I said, that is part of the reason why I stayed out. I got out of the army. I honestly didn't know who I can trust and who I can't. So it's better the less people know right now. So like I said, one, mass panic, and two, we don't want the enemy to let slip what we do know.
Well, we shouldn't have to worry about him really attacking the capital that often at all, because the Eye of Solaire should keep him
And
out of there.
Yeah. Great thing about having friends in the high places, little things like that. But and Victor will just kind of lean back and just take a sip from whatever ale the barkeep gave him. Unfortunately, he doesn't do a whole lot of good if his agents are running around doing whatever the hell they want.
As you're saying that, Isaac comes up. So what do you think my mother wanted with me because of this?
That has her guess, and Victor will just kind of look up, just kind of think for a second. There's probably some ritual that she and your father wanted to perform, either to curry favor or to kind of make things vulnerable. Still though, I'll take a nice big gulp of his ale.
Isaac speaks up. You
Sorry,
think my father had something to do with this too? Oh wait, that book was his father's. Never mind, I'm thinking wrong here.
yeah, yeah.
That
I
was
was
my
about to say,
brain
like,
being dumb.
you did see the diary, right?
Yeah, I'm being
Yeah.
stupid here. That was me getting my note, remembering wrong. Well, I know I was had a meeting with the Duke. This basically he's gonna put a steward in charge of my land until I am of age, so I can properly inherit it. Because they've kind of, well, I guess my mother is public enemy number one right now.
Yeah. Still, hey, pretty much, but hate that you had to come about this way. Sorry, Isaac. What was that?
So your brother Mercurius perks up. He might still come after you. Kind of looks over at Isaac.
Unfortunately, yeah. But at the same time, you are you are in good company. She has to just in terms of be curious, keep your men on guard and on edge for a little bit or for a while. We don't
Luckily,
know.
he's still in my service, so I mean, he was gonna get a few days off to stay with his mom after the dinner party, but that ain't obviously happening anymore.
Yeah. But that's my whole point. Like, and you always have it's like you're in good stewardship. So I trust my brother. It's like let's take another sip. Maybe a bit of a jackass and right high and mighty jackass, but I still trust you a lot more than a lot of other people. Just kind of like give like a wry smile, like he's putting effort into it, but it's just not wholehearted.
Hmm. Yeah, the way it's going, I don't know who to trust in this town anymore either, honestly. Feeling that Wilhelmina was trying to... Her own... Gribbles wasn't her only target there that night, obviously. Tried to take out... when she almost killed Kava last night.
How's she doing, by the way?
Yeah, she's, recovering at home. She should make a full recovery since he was able to get healed right away.
Yeah.
Probably have a
Well,
scar to boot for the rest of her life because of it, but she'll live.
yeah, well. Yeah. It's a lot better. It's a lot better than, being. So that's it. So it wasn't a complete cluster.
Yeah, the one thing that... Good thing we brought your friend Snowbreaker along to help be an extra guard, so I could be by Mother all night. With feeling that she might have been one of her main targets. In the Duchess.
Yeah. Yes, right. Being the Duchess. That makes perfect sense.
Above game, if you wouldn't have brought her along, she was the main target besides Ribbles.
Good to know. I feel like that there's more than one reason for that. But anyway, Victor's not gonna mention it though. Anyway,
Like I said, that's above game.
Yeah. Anyway, so Victor's going to way over Mountain Blood and Lyric. Speaking of which, where's Snowbreaker anyway? She's still sleeping?
As you hear that, you hear a thumping down the stairs. Ugh. Didn't get to do anything last night. I needed some early barkeep. Give me some ale.
Ah, there she is. It's hey Snowbreaker. Yep, ale's good. Just kind of lifts a drink.
You guys got to have all the fun last night.
Victor just kind of has shadows over his eyes for a brief second and just, yeah, fun.
I just got to stand outside in the rain, run to a temple to find nothing. Well, you guys got to have a fight. Basically, he takes her ale, just pounds it, slams it down. I need another.
Well, and he's gonna look back at Vicarious for a second. Well, hunting in the area is not exactly forbidden, right?
No, it shouldn't be.
Good, because I have a great idea to kind of. I have a good idea. It's a good-ish idea. Mind going hunting with me for a bit? Work out the edge.
Yeah, I can do that. Kind of looks over at kind of punches Mountain Blood in the shoulder. You gonna join us too, big man?
I'm down.
What was that?
I said I'm down.
Kind of looks over at Lyric. You should probably sit this out.
I just kind of chuckle.
Cause you look sick, girl.
Yeah, I hate to agree. I have to agree.
Is Victor close to me at all?
Nope. He's a table away.
She's gonna look down to Pupper, just whisper in his ear, "Get me some tea. Green, with ginseng and honey."
Hey, barkeep, you got any tea on hand?
Yeah, I think I can. I might have some black, but I do have some honey that'll probably help her throat.
So obviously, is that good for you, Lyric?
She just kind of moves away from the bar. She just starts walking outside.
If you want to, I can look at maybe somebody in town has some.
Well, Mercurius perks up. Well, I'll get the send word to the capital to get your money to your to EAX back at your base so you can get paid.
It's like Vader actually just kind of looked a little shocked, like just a little surprised. Like, you mean after all of that, you're still? I expect at least a deduction gate based upon last night.
Well, that's not up for me to decide, so.
Fair enough. I'll be sure to send word in order to Isaac's to expect payment.
Like we determined, there was nothing you could really do to stop that. And you stopped anything else from happening afterwards, so.
Yeah, so he just kind of looks back, just kind of puts his head back, like, yeah, that's true. Well,
We're
much
taking
appreciated.
almost levels of
Just kinda-
divine intervention to stop that.
Yeah, we're not. It's like we are many things. Pathetic is not one of them.
Anyway, I need sleep.
Yeah,
Isaac,
you'll
you can
like
crash at our place tonight. Until
Oh.
we go home.
Actually, come to think of it, do you know if Mother would have any tea at her place? I also need to have a chat with her anyway.
Yeah, she probably has some tea lying around.
And let's see, has Lyric fully left the building and gone?
I would say so.
Well, I'll grab some from her and find her later. Well, that'll happen. It's like Victor will get up and go for a nice big pat on Mikira's back. Like, yeah, go hit the bunk, soldier. Yeah, kind of need it.
As he kind of just finishes the last sip of his wine. Good seeing you, Phil. You have a nice day now. As he kind of does a little bow. Good seeing you, Mercurius. You have a nice day now. You as well, Isaac. As he kind of does a little bow as he leaves. Or kind of like that head nod thing. Spellbreaker perks up. So, you said you know where to hunt around here. Let's get this over with. I need to let out some rage.
You know, you're not the only one. So Victor's gonna down the rest of his meal and just kind of go over. Like, he's not going to like fully armor up. He's just gonna get like a little bit more together for basic hunting and kind of rent out a crossbow.
Get to hunting.
I assumes the two Goliaths don't need anything. Right, Bound Blood?
Pounds chest a little bit. Like, that's all I need.
So, DM, take us away.
Okay, so meet a couple hours later. You go out to the woods in an area that you know that's a good prime hunting spot. Everyone give me a stealth check.
Check.
I am no longer disadvantaged. I can actually hopefully make a decent check.
Because you never donned your armor, right?
Yep. 18. He's figuring he doesn't need it for what's gonna happen. What's gonna go down.
And I'm kind of doing this as an average, so.
This is a group.
Are you going to be moving or waiting for a stationary hunt? For something to come along to you?
He's gonna let the Barbarians do the tracking, and close in on whatever they have to find, whether it's a deer or a bear or whatever.
Okay, so give me a survival check. Mountain Blood.
He's trusting the people who would have a better survival check than him.
Just realized I never rolled up her character sheet, so I don't have stats for her yet.
I'm assuming we're not doing combat. I'm assuming we're just doing.
15, That's
Expedited.
better than I expected. 17.
So yeah, you both pick up on theirs. She kind of puts her hand to the ground. Deer was here recently. Looks like it's heading off in that direction. You notice that same kind of thing that she says.
Kind of nod.
We find that let me have first whack at it.
No problem. Just remember, we want to bring something. You do want to bring something in for. Basically, I'm sure that the local town would, the local city butchers would like to have something to use.
So yeah, after about 10 or so minutes of walking, you notice that there's both Mountain Blood and Snowbreaker notice there's some scratch marks on a tree nearby. They look pretty fresh, so you realize you're getting closer to it.
This was supposed to be a deer?
Yeah,
Goes from
like antler scratches.
Oh, okay. Again,
Nothing too deep.
I am not a hunter.
I did a little bit when I was in my teens, so I kind of know some stuff like that.
Nice.
Nice.
As you kind of come across a little small stream, there's both Mountain Blood and Snowbreaker say that should be going up this way, so you can kind of move along the edge of there. For another 20 minutes, you hear like a stick break.
Hold up the fist, like, alright, wait.
Victor has his crossbow already. And yes, he would also have Mayhem with him. Slung over his back.
As you see Snowbreaker pull out a tomahawk.
Around, see if you can spot the deer.
Everyone give me a perception check.
Huh, 9.
Fine.
Okay. As you see Snowbreaker kind of do the finger to her lips thing, but she doesn't make any sound. As you see her ready her tomahawk. And she flings it, and yep, that's a nat 20 on that, so that's going to as you hear kind of like a, I forget what deer actually sound like, but it kind of makes out a, yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And you hear a thud.
It's almost
This,
like a meow.
And you kind of see her do that fist bump thing. Oh, that's what I needed. And you see her kind of run off.
Does Victor pick up in the sounds of any other deer running off?
Give me another perception check.
That's wonderful. 5.
No, once she starts running off, you can't really hear anything with her stomping through the area.
Victor's going to go after her.
Follow. Yeah, I can follow.
As you see her kind of going up in a clearing, and you see her kind of picking up this thing one-handed, because, she's got some good strength to her, too. There's just a tomahawk lodged in his skull.
So just KO.
A good 12-point buck. Ooh, that's a good one. You see her pull out a knife and just stick it in his chest and just get it from like chest down to groin, as its guts just spill out all over the place.
So intelligence check. He knows Mayhem needs to suck on a living, like living creatures essentially, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
part of the whole reason doing the hunt, you wanted to feed Mayhem something. Would a fresh kill still work?
You
Does
can
it have-
try.
So Vic's gonna go over, take his sword up, and like just kind of wipe off some of the guts with onto the blade.
Roll for something here.
Like it wasn't a kill. This here just whisper, wasn't a kill, but hopefully this is something. Just like he says apologetically.
Roll a dice here. Yeah, as you see some of the blood start to drain away into the sword as you're cutting through it. Let me check something else here. Yeah, Mountain Blood's too distracted. Not Mountain Blood. Snowbreaker's too distracted gutting this deer. As you see at one point, she grabs the, cuts off the testicles and hangs them from a tree.
So what does Mount Blood make of this?
Mildly amused.
With Victor or with Snowbreaker?
Snowbreaker. Like,
I didn't hear what you didn't come through there very good, Skull Smasher. What'd you say?
oh, I just said Mountain Blood is mildly amused as far as the technique and what she's doing. So,
Well, you know from other hunting that the gutting is just basic stuff you have to do when you kill something. It doesn't ruin the meat.
it's just marveling at the fact that she's doing quite well for herself.
Honestly, you'd know how to do this too, Mountain Blood, from from your past.
through tribes and stuff. More times than not, it would be the males that would be out there, but so he's appreciating what he's seeing. So she has been trained well. So
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do to survive in this world. Make sure the, meat doesn't get ruined from the guts leaking out onto it. Don't want that stuff flavoring the meat.
let's survive.
Yeah, I never had much of a chance to hunt when I was a kid. Mostly learned other things. Well, yeah, I gotta admit, hey, this was a good idea. I have to admit, this was a good idea.
Yeah, I can go bring this back into town, get the meat to the butcher, get the hide to get tanned.
Just
Maybe take the skull back and mount it on the wall at the back of the base.
Yeah.
Make good decoration in there.
It would look good.
Victor's gonna make another perception check to see if he can spot anything to hit with the crossbow. He wants to show off a little bit, but he wants to also like make sure there's something worth shooting.
Okay. Give me another perception check.
$11.
You roll a couple things here, see if there is something.
You see a bunny.
Actually, good question. I don't have.
You notice a wolf that seems to have been drawn to the scent of the blood, hiding in one of the bushes nearby.
Is it a big wolf or it's like a little
Normal wolf.
Has the wolf noticed us yet, collectively?
You're not sure.
Alright, today will also be a little bit more interesting. And he's gonna ready an action in case the wolf decides to leap out and attack anybody, or try and fight them for their tank.
Okay, it seems to be making its way closer to you.
Like, he's literally waiting for a.
Do I take notice of what Victor's doing?
From what no one else has looked for this thing. She's too busy butchering it. You're watching her, so.
No, it's like I was just wondering if I happen to like, within earshot, hear him trying to do something. So
I know he's kind of acting like he's not interested, but he is kind of keeping an eye on the wolf,
being
ready
aware.
ready to grab this crossbow with a sword and just kind of attack in case the wolf pulls a hostile action.
And situational awareness.
Yeah, he's dead. He's also waiting for the wolf to get close enough to do anything.
Gotcha.
Oh, we should. Snowbreaker perks up. Well, we should get this back to town before some wolf or something notices us and try to get a easy meal off it or us. Yeah. We can leave the guts for it if we want. That wolves will eat that.
Well,
yeah.
Let's get this process now. Fresher the better.
He's gonna let Snowbreaker and Mountain Blood take the lead with the buck. So yeah, give me a minute.
Raise an eyebrow, like,
Just trust me on this. Give me one quick minute. I just need to check something.
Okay. I'm Mountain Blood somewhat curious, but it's like, okay. I'll just move along, just kind of move a little bit slower, just in case.
Are you going to try to keep hiding from the wolf then, Victor?
No, he's gonna get up. That's it. Cause he's not sure if the deer guts of deer blood worked or not. So he's trying. He want to make sure that Snowbreaker and Mountain Blood are in earshot at the very least. And he's gonna pick up. Like, hold on, I'm gonna roll something, just kind of the signing factor. Okay, that's new. Oh, so I was wanting to see whether he's gonna be, if he's gonna try and do something nice, or he's just going to do something else. And apparently, it's something else. How do I put this? He's going to he's kind of trying to bait the wolf to attack, and see if he can just like knock it, like do a nice clean sweep.
Okay. Give me a handle animal check. And as you're doing that, you hear a giant cough echo through the forest. So roll this with disadvantage.
A cough or a caw?
A sneeze.
Everybody hear that, or just him?
See, handle animal. Oh, there it goes. That's a 9.
At this point, the wolf sees you and juts off in the opposite direction.
Ah, well. Well, so much for that. So he's gonna talk openly to Mayhem. So, well, let's try to get you something a little bit tastier, but oh well. Did the deer guts help? Like he's trying to focus intently on just the sword.
They seemed okay. Better than nothing.
Ah, well. So let's see. That's pretty much the only thing. And then he'll go catch up with Snowbreaker and Mountain Blood. It's kind of hoping he would attack the wolf would attack just because he's the straggler of the group. He was expecting as much, but too bad.
Yeah, the weird sneeze you heard scared it off.
Anyways, can you make a perception check to see where that came from?
Go ahead with advantage.
13.
Yeah, that sounded an awful lot like Lyric sneezing for some odd reason. You don't know why you heard that all the way out here, but for some odd reason, a god seemed to will it.
I mean, he can hear through his dog, so
That's true. I did not say whether or not he had summoned his dog with him, or just he probably would have just left Gnarl to follow the tail there just to be cautious. He likes to know, make sure his people are okay, and not getting snuck up on.
Yep, you guys make it back to town. Victor, you know where the local kind of butchery is here, so you show Snowbreaker where that is.
And,
You see kind of a dwarf kind of running it. Ah, evening, folks, or morning. I'll say it's noonish now.
Yeah, I'd say based on everything done, it's probably known.
Ah, went on a hunt, I see. Got a nice looking deer there, so you need to get that hung up and everything.
Yep, we hung up. Yeah, we'll trade for hides, trade for meat, and look at Snowbear. And you want the skull, right, to bring back? Something nice.
Yes, I want to get this head mounted.
Yeah, so we'll need the head dried and clean, and a good and something to help mount it up with.
Ah, yes, I can get someone to get that handled. And what would you like to do with the meat?
Served.
Well,
And the jerky, pretty much.
Yeah,
Any way to start keep away hunger.
it's up to these two. I don't want. It's like mostly. It's like he just turns back to he doesn't turn back. He kind of nods over to Snowbreaker. It's your kill.
Ah, yes, the best thing to do with the get a couple of make some. I can't talk right now.
Medicine?
Make some sausage out of a good chunk of it. We can use some of the bigger cuts of meat to make some preserved meat. Said sausage out of the little parts that aren't good, and we'll get some nice. We should get some steaks for some of the good parts of it.
Yeah, we should probably bring someone back for Joey and the others. Something nice and fresh. Well, actually, hold on. How far away are we from the city, from the capital?
It's a day's trip, if I recall.
So it probably.
If you left now, you'd get back to there in the.
All right, and Victor had a couple more things to do here before they left, so he's just debating whether should we bring anything back for HQ, or should you just, and will it last that long to do anything nice? It's probably not a good idea. So, that sounds pretty good. We can sell it to the local town and keep a little bit for tonight's meal.
Well, we gotta let the meat hang for a couple of days to get it all tender and ready to eat. So, when would you be able to pick it up, or do you just send it to you?
In that case,
pick up.
I say no. Let's have it sent to the base.
Sure.
If it needs,
Did you have
it
the
needs time to dry.
invoice sent to you as well?
Yes. We'll
Sure, we'll get that hammered out for you as soon as we can. As he kind of takes and just you see him pull out an axe and just chop the thing's head off. Kind of hands that over to goes into the back room. Start getting this ready to be preserved. We'll get the rest cut up and hung so it gets tenderized and everything like that.
Thank you. Much appreciate doing business with you. Just kind
Yes.
of gives like a nod.
Good doing business with you too.
So basically, I want to do is I need to go head up to the Duke's residence. have a quick chat, and I want to have a meeting tonight. Like I said, we need to have that. We need to discuss a few things as a company. First off, Moundblood, can you go find Larry, make sure he's okay,
Yep.
and not throwing up in an alleyway?
Yep. Go.
That's the Lyric throwing up in an alleyway.
She doesn't have that kind of problem. She's just congested and
Ah.
awful.
Cuts the Lyric coughing in an alleyway.
Derek, doing okay?
Snowbreaker says, I think I'm gonna head back to town tonight, if that's okay with you, Captain.
Yeah, that works for me. As in head back to the capital, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna quickly, one sec. He's gonna quickly write up a note for Isaac. Just kind of explain the briefly what the event, what happened.
You mean EX?
Yeah, EX. Sorry, Isaac's a different person. Yeah, EX. What happened, and I'll have to do a full debriefing on the way when he comes back. For the very least, though, we should expect a majority of the payment, if not all of it.
Sure, hopefully there's some new jobs that came in, because I need to get something I can actually hopefully do something in this time.
Yeah, he's gonna remark that they should be the rest of the group should be joining shortly afterwards.
Aye, Captain, as you kind of does like a one-handed salute. Have fun catching up with your mother.
Yeah, you don't need it, especially. Thanks for the sentiments, and he just returns the salute. So it looks like Skull Smash is busy for a second. So if you want to skip up to the
So yeah, it doesn't take you
Richard
long to
Evil.
get to your old estate. You know exactly where it is. How to
Yeah.
get there, the back ways.
Victor doesn't have the exact. This would be visible to anybody. He doesn't have the same. Not wonder. What's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't have the same like yearning to want to be back home. A day earlier.
You don't have good memories of this place that make you want to come back to it.
Yeah, and like it's kind of like a lot of it just kind of was pushed down. Now it's fresh. It's like it doesn't look as glamorous as it used to be. So mixture, a little bit of no, a little bit of yes, and a little bit of recent events kind of soured the mood.
Yeah, you go up to the door and knock on the knocker thing. You know, it has the big kind of got like a griffin with the that knocker and the thing on.
Yeah, and you'll wait for a servant, someone to come answer.
Yeah, you notice the head butler kind of greets you at the door. Ah, old young Master Victor. I haven't seen you in many years. I hope today is treating you well.
It's last night was interesting. Today's a little better.
Yes, I'm glad you and your brother were able to protect your parents. I'm glad nothing ill became of anyone else besides Ribbles. Sad day that he has passed us.
Indeed. His mother at home.
Yes, she's been expecting you, honestly. I know your brother's here as well, but he's sleeping at the moment.
Thank you. And by the way, I do actually have a name for the butler, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Jasper. I'm sure you have to let her know I'm coming in. So
Yes,
by all means.
I have some tea
Announcement.
ready for you, actually. So, please, well, you know where her study is, but if you want me to show you the way, I can. Otherwise, I can meet you there with the tea.
Sure. Also, you wouldn't have any of that green tea left over, would you? Anything herbal or anything?
I can check for you, yes. I know your mother likes to keep a good supply of tea. So we could spare some for you.
Good man. Thank you, Jasper. I'm gonna need some to go with me. We have let's just say I have a compatriot who could use it.
Ah, yes. Understandable. Hopefully we can have some... I'll throw in some ginseng in there, because I know we should have some of that sitting around.
Ginseng and a little bit a little bit of honey. It's
Honey, yes,
extra.
good idea. That would... Well, I know your mother has some ready for honey, her tea, because she likes that as well in it.
Now, by all means, lead the way.
Very well. So he leads you to your mother's study. You hear him knock. Mistress, you have your visitor you were expecting. You're going. Very well, Jasper, you may let him in. Yes, and I will go fetch his tea. He kind of opens the door. Kind of does that butler arm in the belly kind of bow thing. Let you in as he walks off.
Hello, mother.
Kind of takes a sip of tea, sets it down on a little tea plate thing. It's good to see you, Victor. Now that we can actually have a good mother to son talk, now that the events of yesterday are hopefully behind us.
And away from prying ears and eyes. Yes.
Yes,
And
have a seat.
Something nice and private.
As you see in this room, as you remember it, it's got one bookshelves filled with books that are kind of like some of her magic-based ones, some history ones and all that stuff that she likes to study on. A few kind of a painting she seems to be working on at the moment that's got like a fruit bowl sitting there that she's been painting. Because, you know, that's one of other hobbies she likes to do. You see that same tome she always has on here that you thought was her spell book kind of attached to her hip.
So I see just he'll just take a look over, admire the painting, and for a bit just kind of take in the colors, textures, just every bit of it for about a minute, and looks back. You've gotten better.
I like to think I have, but knowing me, I still got a ways to go.
Oh, please don't sell yourself short. You've been incredible at a lot of things. I don't think I've ever told you that. You know, just kind of take a seat and take a sip. He'll kind of squelch up, his face will squelch a bit like, you know, I haven't had tea since I left. I think I've lost the taste for it. He just kind of sets it down.
That's a shame. But to each their own. I was hoping you could one day walk your own path, and if you don't like tea, who am I to stop you?
Yeah, more of a... Coffee exists in this world, correct?
Yes.
Yes, he would mark like more of a coffee man nowadays. Something quick and easy.
Never been a fan of that stuff from Fui Fui Island, but it helps you stay awake in the morning better. It's got better at getting you awake in the morning than tea is. I know that, so. And you were never a morning person.
Yeah, just kind of lost memory. Yeah, never was I remember coming down. I remember you having to drag me out of bed almost every morning, or at least one of the servants would. Never exactly did anything easy, did I? The easy way.
No, you did not.
Speaking of the past, and I've always figured you and your sisters were some kind of mages. I didn't realize exactly where you got your power from. I guess I never got a chance to bring up Pylonics before.
So yes, you did meet her. Well, to be honest, I'm the only one of me and your aunts that have magic this way. The other, they're typical normal wizards.
I see. Didn't want to be left behind. I take it.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Yes, I actually met her when I was before, in that time before you were, shortly before you were born. She actually gifted me with this tome that she kind of slaps on her hip.
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
It's actually, since you kind of know this and there's no one else in here, part of my power pact with her is through this book.
that's one. I see. It's one of those.
Above
Yeah.
game, if you does that helps you figure out what kind of warlock she is.
Oh, I know exactly. Vader was just kind of commenting like again, he wouldn't know enough about arcane knowledge to be able to say one or the other, but above game, I know exactly what that is. Yeah, you know, I used to not like the gods. I was under ilk. Just something about how how father goes on about supplicate yourself to a higher power never really sat well. Then, amongst other things. And now that I've had some first-hand experiences, I don't have much. I don't have the same opinion. At least not about all of them. And Paradise does seem like, well, I guess she's okay for a demigod. Like a lot. I'm trying to take another sip. I like her a lot more than her old man. So we have that in common.
She kind of perks up at that. You met the actual Incendium?
We were at one of his temples. Uh, had it was a little deal we had worked out with our mutual benefactor. She needed something, and I needed work. And it wasn't that far out of the way. Let's just let's say to keep the story short, he's he decided to get involved through one of my kind.
Oh, so you didn't meet him in person, you met him by proxy. I heard tales he
Well,
can possess those of your kind, and
yeah.
he didn't possess you, did he?
Apparently he can't.
Hmm. I suppose you were one of your kind not created through him in some way.
He did probably before probably have to do with your pact with her, or this is a possibility. And since our dealings, she's given me a few boons as well. So I'm sure that's strengthened the bond.
I suppose maybe because, yeah, you were... To be honest, I made the pact when I was pregnant with you. That's probably... And that you became a tiefling through her instead of him directly. Maybe he doesn't have any power over you.
Yeah, that might do it.
Hmm.
So to put things a bit more bluntly, I have a question and a request.
Okay?
First off, I want you to be straight with me. Why doesn't father like warlocks? Why doesn't he like tiefling? I've never really got to understand why. S- I don't know. I honestly don't think father's a racist. I just think he's got a chip on his shoulder. Like,
It's more... Not your father hates tieflings on a... Hard to explain, really. It's more that there is a social stigma about them. It's usually because most of the reasons they come about are packed with not with the Incendium himself, but more some of his fouler creations that has negative repercussions with people. And it kind of had a fallout with us in the community for a bit that we made pacts with them that created you and stuff like that.
So social standing in social discourse, class, blah blah blah, the usual. And considering someone as devoted as he is, I'm pretty sure they came.
Yes, it came quite as a shock to him for his own goods and for the family's good. I tried my best to keep it secret from everyone, but alas, I wasn't able to keep it up, and well, you know the rest.
Thank you. Like he'll just like it's very flat. Like there's still some emotion behind, but it's just he's not sure what else to say. I know we didn't exactly part on good terms. But thank
Yes,
you
I
nonetheless.
think deep down, your father, he doesn't hate you. It's complicated. He's got to do the best to make sure, because he has, if his people's faith in him falters, could lead the area to ruin, and would hate to see that harm come to people under his protection.
Hmm. Well, at least trying to look at. I'm guessing with everything that happened with Lyric's family, he's trying not to, he's trying to avoid another incident like that happening again. Sure, that wasn't good for his image as well.
Yeah, that was something different, though. I guess, although from what we've seen, it was probably Wilhelmina and her husband fabricated that to bring them down. It was more, rich people struggles.
And power grabbing, all that.
Power grabbing, yeah. No, and your friend Lyric was just a unfortunate victim of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't exactly mend the wound. Doesn't make it right.
Yeah, it's a shame. Her mother, such a nice person too.
Yeah, wish I don't think I've ever met her mother, have I? Oh, I was too young for that.
Don't recall. Wimpy, how long ago did your parents lose their status in your backstory again?
It would have been 20 plus years ago.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have met her parents.
I would have been extremely young or otherwise not born. I'm getting silent. Let me
Yeah.
actually
Mercurius would have been born by then, but
Oh
not-
yeah, no, Victor would have been like 5 or 6.
you may have seen her in passing.
Yeah. Like I said, he left young, so only like maybe that many years afterwards, so give or take, teens or early teens. So yeah, it's not exactly been remembering the old times. It's not exactly been the biggest thing on his mind, other than personal grievances. Anyway,
So, Victor, what have you been up to since in the with stuff in the some of the stuff you've done?
well, after the sudden vacating of the family, which I'm pretty sure father was disowned me, I can only imagine.
As you go on to regale your mother with some of the tales of some of the stuff you've done, we're going to cut to Lyric coming up on Victor's house.
She's going to stand at the I'm assuming this is gated because it's a nice house.
No, you say you got there a little bit after Victor did, and you just saw him kind of walk up to the door.
She's just going to walk up right to the door and just meekly and softly knock on it.
You're going to ignore the big hanger thing?
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll for that for, I guess, Jasper, since this guy has a name. A few seconds later, you hear someone open the door. We do have a knocker, you know.
He just looks at this young lady, just shoulders slumped forward, head down. Again, anime purple blue squiggle lines above her head.
Yes, miss, were we expecting you today?
Victor's friend.
Oh, yes, I believe I just dropped him off with his mother, so you're a friend of his then, yes?
Yeah, where's his dad?
You wish to speak with Master Regulus, do you?
Yeah.
Well, let me go see if he's, available. Please, come in. Can I get you anything in the meantime?
Tea with honey and ginseng.
That's odd. That's just what... Yes, I actually should have some of that, ready for you in a moment. I will be right back.
Yeah, Victor did mention he was getting it for a sick friend.
She takes one step into the doorway and just Family Guy falls right onto the entryway carpet. Just,
Hey, I'm gonna roll to see if he actually noticed that. Okay, then. He just walks off. He rolled a 1.
she's like Daffy Duck when he gets like put down on the ground. She raises one finger up. She's like,
A couple minutes later, you see him come back and, Miss, are you okay?
She immediately smells the tea, and her whole body just kind of starts floating up. Her arms and limbs and legs are just limp, but she starts floating toward the cup of tea.
Oh, yes, I did get your tea. Hopefully, this helps. As he hands you a cup of tea.
She'll start sipping at it and just get better and better.
Yes, Master Regulus did say when I explained who you were, said, he could make time to talk to you really quick. Would you, please follow me. I will show you to his, office.
She'll follow right behind, sipping the tea.
As he kind of leads you down a couple little corridors. You hear laughing coming from, one of the rooms you walk by that sounds like Victor and his mother catching up. As he just told a funny story about the leader of your group and a fight that did not go to his liking, that he ended up in a pile of manure.
Manure, I hate manure.
As you get to a room a few doors down, you hear him knock. Master Regulus, that lady you said to let you into the office has arrived. She you hear him, yes, she may enter. He kind of opens the door. Right this way, miss. If you need any more tea, you may simply just ask.
She looks at him and just like reveals her forearm and is like tapping into my veins.
I'll get you a bigger cup. Yes, Miss Lyric. You may have a seat. As you see him kind of sitting there with a wine glass in hand, just drinking from it.
She's just gonna sip her tea the whole until she's done with it. She's waiting for him to talk.
Well, I guess I do owe you a favor, for you and my son's group did prevent a much bigger disaster from befalling this community last night. Now, just a refresher because I was a little in shock from the events last night. What was it you wished me to do again?
She's still sipping her tea. Just. She like holds up a finger for like 1 second as she finishes the tea.
And he takes another sip, finishes his wine, and pulls out a bottle and just starts sipping from that now.
Is it at this point the butler comes in with a whole kettle of tea? That'd be amazing. We're just staring at each other, just
Drinking
sipping.
contest.
It's not. It's literally a dagger. So that moment when it's a very awkward moment.
Oh yes, here you are, Miss Lyric. I just brought you the kettle. I hope that serves you for what you need. And he sets down. He's got like a nice little dainty-looking teacup that's shaped kind of like a flower, like a little thing of honey. There with it, and some other sugar with it. Is there anything else you would like with it? Just need ask.
She'll politely nod her head at him. It's a battle of wills. Just...
Whose liquid is stronger?
You're okay. How long you go before you start actually answering him?
she'll like wait. Just she'll finish a second. She's like,
Hours go.
Okay, sorry. I got a cold from walking out in the rain yesterday. Well, you need to take care and fix this political situation between all the families. My family lost everything because of it. You're the Duke. You have the most power.
Yes, I will see what I can do about reining in their petty squabbles.
No, it's not about what you can. It's not about seeing what you can do. It's about doing. You have to take action.
I understand you want something done immediately, but this will take time, miss.
She'll slam her hand on his desk. My family lost everything, which allowed another family to come in to kill other family members. How much more worse is it going to get before you actually do something?
I am working on it at this time. Like I said, it's going to take a few months, I'd say, but I will get it done. I'm pretty sure this is a wake-up call for all of them about doing about this, so it should hopefully get streamlined, but grudges that can't be settled overnight.
She'll just look at him. How long do you think this is going to stay quiet before everyone in town knows what happens?
Knowing Kava, it already is.
Exactly, and how much of a confident shot do you think you'll get from it?
I am working on something right now. I will have a decree out within the next couple of days.
And how long do you think it's going to be until they come for you?
Who knows? I will get extra guards posted. Mercurius is good at that.
Why are you so blasé about all of this? Does nobody else matter to you?
Oh, plenty of people matter to me. Just that the gods
she'll
will be on my side with this.
Yeah. Like Victor. She wants to kind of strike a nerve with him.
Yes, Victor, he's a problem child, you could say, but
You realize he's not a problem child. He just wants your acceptance and approval.
well, he did do a little bit to help with that last night, I'd say.
You don't know how much stress he's under trying to do that, trying to prove himself to you.
Yeah, stress. I can agree with that. Try being a duke. He takes a big swip of his wine bottle.
Lyric's just gonna lean in. Yeah, try being a son of a duke, which that duke never accepts who you are.
Oh, anyway, I know you wanted me to settle that with the families. What? There was something else you wanted me to do again, correct?
Give me a second. Need to roll something. Okay, her temper's in check. She's just gonna look at him and just be like, she wants to say something. She wants to yell and scream, and she just kind of sips her third cup of tea and just goes, "You're not the man Victor thinks you are." And she's gonna walk out.
I was gonna offer you to buy your land back, just that you know.
And she kind of passively just kind of turns her head. Build an orphanage so people who are destitute can have somewhere to be. I don't need that land anymore. I have my own life.
Very well, that would be a little bit easier to take care of. What do you wish it to be named? I will be generous and let you name it.
She'll stroke his ego a little bit. How about you name it after yourself, so that way at least somebody will remember you when you die.
As you see him kind of giggle as you walk out of the... Hear him kind of laugh to himself as you kind of walk out of the room.
She didn't mean that menacingly. She's upset at him that he's just so passive about all of this.
Oh, he found it funny, too. As you kind of start walking down the hallway, you see the butler Jasper. Oh, I hope your talks with Regulus went well. As he kind of hands you a little baggie.
She's gonna turn to Jasper and just honestly and forthright ask, what motivates that man?
Hard to say for certain. Sense of duty to keep this area going. His devotion to the gods.
As she kind of looks at him, what gods are those?
Well, he kind of has a liking to the god of luck, Regulus, as that is what his parents named him after.
She'll look at Jasper.
And he also tends to... let me see which one would be the one he'd worship primarily. He's also really devout to the goddess Resvelger.
She'll just kind of look. For a man who believes in luck, he sure is passé about everything. Is he just things happen kind of deal, or?
Yes, that's kind of the mantra of the god of luck. Just things happen the way they're supposed to happen. Some
Makes
get
you wonder
lucky,
why
some
he's-
don't.
Makes you wonder why he's so. She just kind of like rolls out her hand with Victor's situation. Why he's not that way with that?
The whole thing with Victor and the way he is, it's kind of the thing with tieflings. It's non-tieflings bearing children that are tieflings. It's kind of a social stigma, really.
But as someone that is, everything is as it is, you would think he'd be more open to it and accepting.
It's more that he has to keep up a facade with the people.
And does he keep a facade with his family as well?
From what I can tell, yes.
She just kind of looks at Jasper. Alright. I guess if I poke and prod a little bit more, I can get something out of him positive that he can say to Victor.
Well, I suppose the fact that he's even letting him in this house could be one, so...
That lad needs some support. Everything he does is to try and prove himself to that man. And if he doesn't have to, there's no need. He needs to know. Victor's trying to live his father's life and not live his own.
Well, I don't know. I think the fact that initially he was raising him to be someone in the army and he's not doing that anymore. Who knows? I can't speak for Victor on that. Well, I need other chores need to be done around the house, Miss Lyric, so I must bid you adieu. Hopefully Victor should be done speaking with his mother shortly.
She'll go, yeah, thanks. She sneezes.
I hope you get over your cold soon. I hope the tea helps.
Tea's helping, and she starts stepping forward a little bit more. She's like, do you have a barrel of tea? This kettle isn't enough.
A what of tea?
A barrel. One full barrel of tea.
I don't think I have that much, but I can brew you another kettle, if you'd like.
She's like, it'd be appreciated.
And then he heads off.
Lyric's gonna head to where she heard Victor telling his story.
What are you gonna do to the door?
She's not gonna meekly knock on it. She's just gonna politely knock on it now. The tea is helping her.
So inside, you and your mother are talking, Victor. And she goes, your mother's going, so my friend looks into her purse and finds just someone had snuck a bug inside of there, and she just freaks out. It was hilarious.
They don't actually just gently talk. Yeah. Well, if I had to put a guess, it was probably one of her kids. It's very
Yeah,
easy,
it was.
To practice.
As you hear, dunk, dunk, dunk.
Practice at it.
Huh?
Sorry.
Is that you, Jasper? Did you need something?
You'll hear a sneeze coming from the other side of the door.
Oh. Hey, Lyric. Actually, yeah. Speaking of this part, I do kind of need. I don't mind having you here for this. It's better to both hear it.
Oh, that bard. Yes, she can come in. Yes, you can come in, ma'am or miss.
She's just kind of like, Victor, I found my tea.
Oh, good. So I guess you ran into Jasper then. I thought I was gonna have him bring me something to bring back for you, but things worked out better than I expected.
You kind of hear like the sad gong going in the background. He doesn't have a whole barrel of tea.
That's a lot of tea to infuse. I don't think anybody in the town has anything like that.
She looks at Victor. Then we need to invent one.
Oh, he's gonna pat. It's like, what's on mine? I'm not exactly it.
It's already it's like as you start to offer, the cup disappears and it's already down her face and her throat.
Well, at least it's helping. It's helping you at the very least. So getting back to what I was saying, I did have a request.
Yes, what was your
Given
request, Victor?
given last night's events and just who we're up against, and I'm assuming by now you know who we're up against.
Yes, I don't know who, but I'm assuming the Ellis's answer to someone above them.
Yeah, and that's the problem. They're not exactly. They're pretty powerful. They're pretty wizened in the arcane arts, which brings me to my request. I need to get trained. I need training. I've gotten by so far my old what my old master taught me, what McGraw has taught me, but it's not enough. I need we need to get we need to be better. The whole reason I'm not with the army anymore is because I don't know who to trust. And honestly there's a storm coming, and we need to brace for it. Otherwise, everything we love and hold dear is I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. Like flat out, Victor's asking, I need training in the archive. We need to get an edge. I was hoping you could help with that.
Hmm. No, my sisters are off somewhere right now. I know. I don't think they could be of help, and I need to focus on making sure Regulus doesn't go into a mental breakdown right now. Feeling the best bet for you right now is maybe to Althea back in the capital.
Yeah. Still, at the very least, I do need to keep tabs on Heron as well, in case well, Wilhelmina or any of her associates decide to pop in for a visit.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Regulus is gonna rack up security here. Mercurius wouldn't have it any other way either, honestly.
Yeah, probably some stronger wards if you can help it.
Same with all the other houses. They're gonna be on edge.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they'll probably be hiring more guards as well and doing the same thing. They'll follow what Father and everybody else is doing, so they'll probably lockstep.
Yeah, they need to. They should hopefully start doing less of their petty squabbles and focus on more getting the area up to snuff.
Yeah, at least in the short time, at least he's basically saying like in the short while until they go back to the usual. It's pretty much the best I can ask for right now.
Maybe agree on how to use their land together properly with each other.
And actually work together and do something, accomplish something as opposed to fighting. That'd be a change.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure Regulus streamlines that and gets it done. But anyways,
Thank you, madam.
you should get back to the capital as soon as you can. I feel something might be coming there that needs to be done as well. I'm pretty sure I can maybe ask our mutual friend to send some more people to help out in get your guild up to more stuff.
The company, yeah,
Company,
that would
yeah.
be. Thanks. Well, I think we're pretty much out. More than welcome.
You have a safe trip
I'll-
back to Sirius, Victor, and you as well, Rick. As she kind of goes to hug
Hail.
both of you.
Thanks for the tea. Oh, she's hugging. Lyric seems kind of uncomfortable with the hug.
Yeah, Victor's a little awkward about it too. Like It's just he's very like shuffling weird. Like
As she's hugging
it's
you,
not
Victory
it's not
goes,
as
I know this makes you uncomfortable, but I haven't gotten to do it in a while. I needed it to.
thank you.
I don't think it's uncomfortable. It's just not used to it.
Awkward.
It's like lyric, shut up and just enjoy the moment. He's not disagreeing with you. He's just saying, please don't draw attention to it. Like he's being playful. All right. Well, no rest of the weary.
Was anything else you want to do tonight then?
Um, pretty much no. As soon as they beat up with Mountain Blood, he's gonna put out. We should probably head back. But we should probably head back right away. If
Excuse me. Lyric's gonna try and find this universe's equivalent of NyQuil and take all of the NyQuil she can.
She can get her hands on.
So you're gonna head back to the capital tonight or tomorrow?
Lyric would like tomorrow.
Okay.
all right, it'll be at dawn though. So trying to. So you just kind of like give like a soft punch like so try not to stay on the wire for too long. We've got work to do.
So the next day, you start heading back towards the capital. Uneventful. Nothing happens.
Oh, perfect. Because actually, Victor would like to say something to the group on the way back
Okay.
while they're traveling. Now that we're not that we're it's just us. We we all need to talk. Like, given the nature of what we're fighting, I need I need to be square with you guys. We need to step. It's like half the time I feel like we're all okay. Half the time I feel like I'm fighting with. I think I'm being a little overly paranoid, and given everything, I don't think I'm wrong in things. But honestly, there's bigger things than us. There's bigger things than our problems. I'm like, and he kind of like looks at Lyric, because I'm hopefully feeling much better than yesterday. We need to start working as a team and stop working as people with mutual benefits. Basically, we need to stop squabbling so much and, at the very least, agree on something. Can we do that?
Lyric will just look at you. Victor, it's not that I disagree with you. I just want to make sure you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah. You remember our talk earlier before we went to town?
Mm-hmm.
Last night I had a lot to think about, especially given that else the last night and the night before. I don't I don't think I want to go back to that life. I don't think I want to do that. He just kind of looks back at in his hometown. You know, you're right. I was trying to be too much like them. I'm not that person anymore.
Lyric's just gonna give you a big hug.
And Mountain Blood just kind of like pats you on the back, says, "Oh, must do what you feel is right. It's your path that you pave."
You're right, because it's thanks. It's not about doing, and also it's kind of what the end of the day is. It's not about doing what's good or blessed or who needs a peace or anything. It's not doing the right thing, no matter where it takes us. And honestly, I'm really sick of the mech and his crew just screwing us over. I want to put that asshole on the ground. I don't want him to kill anybody that we care about. I don't want him to kill anybody else at all. Granted, I'm still my same jackass. So I want to be honest with myself. I don't think I can live in a world with that guy.
Maybe we can agree to go straight for him. As I kind of grip tightens on the great axe. Like let that be the
Yeah.
first thing that we all agree on. Just to take him out.
Yeah, and given at this point it is personal. We're just probably have to go through his stooges as well. All of
More
his,
the merrier.
Lyric's just gonna look over to you. I think that will mean we need more friends, though. More allies to kind of get information, allow us to move to areas, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what part of the reason why. Part of the reason why I did talk to Mother. Because I knew at least where she stood.
Lyric
And
just kind
the
of
more connections we lay down, the more people we get on our side.
Lyric just kind of looks at you. I mean, like the people who are in that gray area, Victor.
Yeah, I was working that. Wait, you're not talking about who I think we're talking about, are we? Hey,
Mm,
he's gonna make allusions to the what was it, the tabaxi that was out in the what was it?
she that is
You know, but
exactly what she's meaning. Like the Thieves Guild and the people involved with them.
I don't. It's like, but it doesn't have to be that guy. He's kind of a jack. He's kind of a
Lyric's
cultist
just like,
jackass.
I agree, but it kind of might have to be him if we don't find any other options.
Yeah, and he's well liked in that town, so
What
yeah. Damn it.
if
Damn
he's
it.
feeding information to other people?
I don't. True. I don't know, he reminds me too much of me and not the good parts.
I mean, the more people we talk to, the more that everyone's going to be aware of what we're trying to do. Someone's going to the prying eye for what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well,
And we're gonna need
that's why we got to be clever about it.
yeah. And I'll say Mount Blood given also given the fact that who we had to fight last time. You might want to get in touch with your clan back home. Because that all things considered, it seems our lich friend has a lot of reach. Granted, given he's a lich, he's probably been around the block for a while. He's been doing this for a while.
As you
Yeah.
know, he's, from what you've been told by the Emperor, he's been around for roughly 1,000 years.
Yeah, so yeah, for 1,000 years, he's got a lot of groundwork laid in. But we never exactly been one to do the otherwise, we're all in accord. And he's kind of like holding a fist out, like for a fist bump. Like,
Lyric's just gonna look at you. That's so lame. Just
What?
put her fist out.
fine. Well, what do you want to suppose? Just high five each other? Just like flatly agree? What? Come on, I'm trying to make a show out of this. I'm trying to. And he's gonna say some bit at the for me at least.
Mountain Blood just like picks both of you up and just a giant bear hug between the two of you, one in each arm, just giant squeezed. Oh, I love you guys.
It's like you freaking nerds. Give me
Lyric being squeezed. This is why we need to do the fist bump. That is
Yes.
so lame.
It's like I try to give you an easy out. As you can feel the bear hug through the plate mail.
Crack, 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 crack.
Ah, the back.
So, over the next, you arrive back at the, back at headquarters around noonish that day. As you see... Second, these people shouldn't be here. I thought that was a...
Back up,
Pay
back
no
up,
attention
back
to
up.
the man behind the curtain.
As you, see EX sitting at the table talking with some, woman as you walk in the door. Ah, Captain, you made it back. Good, good. Kind of, hobbles over with his one leg. I have a couple new job offers we have been offered.
Oh. Hey, he's just gonna,
Yes, I will.
He's just gonna side-eye the woman at the table. I'm guessing, does that have to do with our new guest?
Yes, I will explain the other ones first. First one is we've been reports of a mayor from a village nearby has had a group of disappearances from his town recently. Either local residents or people come in to investigate said disappearances, and has reached out to us to try to solve them. We've heard reports of the north of a town nearby that's having some animals attack local residents, and they want that dealt with. And then he kind of goes over to, and this is Miss, what was your name again? She kind of stands up and does kind of a curtsy in the kind of really nice looking dress she's in. You can tell that she's kind of looks like she's from the richer part of town, so kind of a higher up noble kind of person. Yes, my name is Sella. My cat keeps running away, and I'm looking for someone to help bring her home if we could.
Creature's just gonna blink.
That's,
just like
that's
that look
an
up.
immediate insight check.
I was gonna say it's like
Yeah.
it sounded like there was a lot of emphasis on my cat.
That's an 18 on insight.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. That's a 15, flat across.
Were you inciting too, Mountain Blood?
Oh, I suppose. That just seemed very odd with the emphasis on my cat.
My cat. In the middle of my cat. So yeah, that still is
A natural 20 with 2.
Yeah, this lady just needs someone to find her cat.
Oh, Jesus. Dang it.
And you came to a mercenary company to find your cat.
Well, no one else seems to want to help me.
He's just gonna, without taking our eyes fully off her, he's just gonna look and see what EX's facial expression says. Like, is it a job's job,
Like,
or
she's offering money. It'd be quick and easy.
how much? How much are we talking here? First off,
I'd say about 500 gold, but you should be able to get it done in a day. But I know you have some other jobs you need to debate between, so I will I'll give you some time to think out of it. My kitty, I know she's in town, she should still be safe, so I will let you think on that if you
What does this noble look like?
she's a human.
Race? Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure she isn't talking like about a tabaxi.
Yeah, no, straight up house cat.
I feel like this is just a. I feel like this might be just a random shenanigans. Like
Well-
something nice and. Well, I mean, it's easy 500. But we will. Let's say Victor will just have that business wide hide smile. Like we'll keep in touch. You should
Yes.
hear from us shortly.
I hope to hear back from you soon, as she kind of walks out the door. And with that, this is where we're going to call it for the night.